Hi, welcome back to my channel Life with Travis. It's been a while since I've been on here, but for tonight's video we are talk about independence. Independence is key, but what I want persons to understand, it takes you a while to get to that level of independence. You have to grow. There is a life journey. It doesn't happen overnight. Sometimes it takes you years upon years. Every day is a learning curve. Something that you may have learned from the beginning may not necessarily be the same way that you may do it today. And we all know that in life we learn as we go. It all starts with the person's mindset and willingness. If that person is not willing to go from point A to point B, then there is no way you are going to get them to go to point B if they haven't moved from point A. Now, in order to get them from point A to point B, they have to believe in themselves and be confident enough that, hey, regardless of my situation, I want to achieve this. If they don't believe it, there is no way you can convince that person that they will be able to achieve it. They have to be the one wanting it. The eagerness has to come from them, not you as the person pushing them, because pushing them and forcing them won't make a difference. They have to be the one to want it and want to succeed. It is not an easy road. I am not going to say it is, because it is a hard road. But if you keep on thinking that that's just all for me, then that's just all is going to come for you. If you don't think outside of the box, then nothing is going to come to you. It's not going to come to you and just sit on your lap. You have to go there and get it. And if you also keep on thinking just now society perceive us and have the misconception of persons living with disability that they are not a part of society, so you just think that, well, what makes sense for me to go out there? What would be out there for me? But you won't know what's out there for you if you don't go and get it. If you stay within the four walls, because that's practically what's going to be there. In the beginning, the four walls and the ceiling, basically that's all you're going to be seeing. And if you're not going to get fed up of just seeing the four walls and the ceiling, then what else would push you or motivate you to do anything else? Nothing. There's so much TV that you can watch. But if you get yourself into certain activities, socialize yourself, then you will feel life is more beautiful than what you are in now. If you just tell yourself, well, let me just sit by and let life pass, then that is just what's going to happen. Now, if you decide not to sit by and let life pass you by, there's a whole lot out there that you can enjoy just like everybody else. Yes, we have to fight for it more. If you look around, you will say, yeah, well, how can I achieve this if where I want to go, I'm not able to access it? And that is a fair question to ask. But at the same time, if you don't advocate for yourself, then you won't see any improvement at all. And if we keep staying inside, not doing anything, then persons themselves won't want to do anything for us, because they will work out, well, if you don't want it, then why should I push for it for you? You have to be the one to want it. Nobody can want it for you but you. You have to be the one that wants it. And I always encourage persons. The more you can do for yourself, the better it would be for you and everyone around you. The frustrations comes when you limit yourself. And sometimes you may surprise yourself in what you can do and what you can achieve. And if you just sit by and let everything pass by, then that's just what is going to happen. Don't compare yourself to anyone's situation. Think of ways in which you can do it in your own way. Find your own unique way in doing things. It's not going to be the same way how I may do it. It's not going to be the same way as Mary may do it. It's not. We are all different people, and our circumstances are different. I know oftentimes persons always ask if I can do this, I can do that, and whatever. And sometimes they're amazed that in what I can do. Because in thinking, some persons always think as persons with disabilities that when circumstances happen to us, we just sit. There's nothing else out there that we can do. And I can tell you from experience, if we don't try to educate people and bring awareness, that's how persons are always going to perceive us in thinking. The misconceptions out there, the assumptions that comes with it, because there are always going to be assumptions. Persons don't know that we are actually persons that can be working, because the first thing they are going to ask, how is Trevia? And if the answer will be she's all right, and they will be like, she's all right. In their mind thinking, how can she be all right? I have life, how can I not be all right? And most of the times person think that you are just home sleeping, because of the assumption and everything that is already perceived out there in society from long ago is coming in this modern time in thinking. Persons are not trying to broaden their horizon in thinking that persons with disabilities can be out there, whether in the schools, in the workforce, or maybe even becoming the prime minister or senator or something valuable, because they look at us as persons. Okay, this happened to us and we can't contribute anymore. And sometimes we can blame it on ourselves because we let persons think that of us. But if we are out there in our numbers, persons won't be able to say half of the things that they are saying. And I understand the intimidation of it all, because it can be sometimes the looks that you get from persons would make you want to crumble. But as I said, it all starts with here. And if you don't think highly of yourself, then persons won't think highly of you. They will continue to think that you don't belong out there. And every opportunity that is out there is afforded to you just the same way. And as I said, we may have to fight for it. But it's better to fight for something than just sit and not fight for it, because it's not going to come to you in your lap. It's not going to come and say, see me here. Faith without works is dead, and if you don't do the work, it's not going to come to you. It's not going to be handed to you. Life is a journey. Just like how we age and we grow in age, life is a journey just the same way. What perhaps would take someone a year or two, it might not take you that year or two. It may take you 3, 4, 5, maybe even longer than that. But you can't think that that's the end of the world. If you continue going at it, seeing your progress, seeing your development, that should motivate you to keep on going. Challenge yourself, give yourselves obstacles, and see how you can overcome them one at a time. Every day is one at a time. Don't try to force it or rush it. Rome wasn't built in one day, but if you keep at it, it would happen. You will see the progress that you want to see. Everything in the world is not easy. And your situation may not come with ease either. But if you sit and think about ways in which you could enhance it, you won't feel as though you are just here as nothing. You would understand that you are human and you still can contribute to society in some way. Don't think that it is the end of the world. If it doesn't happen overnight, so be it. You know yourself, so go at your own pace. Don't let anyone tell you how fast you should go. Because I am sure there is nothing that they have done that came overnight. It took time for them to get where they want to go. So of course it will take you time to get where you want to be. I know sometimes we may feel down looking at life and saying, this is where I am now, because you're in disbelief. But think of the long run and what the possibilities could be beyond that in front of you. Because if you keep that mindset in thinking that this is where I am, you won't think that you can be anywhere else and move forward. Then you will always feel like you are taking every step backward instead of going forward. Things that you can't probably express, get a journal and write it down. In order for you to make the vision plain, you have to write it down. So if you say, today perhaps I couldn't move maybe my hand, think of all the ways that you can possibly get to move it gradually. Don't think of the ways that you can't. Think of the ways that you can. And from the time that you put in your mind that you can, then you will absolutely do it. It may not be the way you used to do it before, but at least you are doing it. And that would make you feel like you have achieved the whole world. So don't just sit and let life pass you by. is out there for everyone. So enjoy it. And always don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you next video.